Hey everyone, I'm Exploit Mojo, and today you will know everything about the items and runes for Kassadin. Let's go. Hey everyone, the situation with Rod of Ages, I think we should talk about first, because everyone is so hyped about Rod of Ages and everyone would like to know more about Rod of Ages and if it should be item that we should always purchase. Okay, so I prepared a document where I will go through everything from up to down. It's gonna be Rod of Ages, it's gonna be about other mythic items, about runes, about how to play early game as Kassadin, and then in the end we'll analyze the game. So we are in the preseason. Rod of Ages got buffed, 400 gold cheaper, huge. Okay, but what's the thought process on the Rod of Ages? I think it's important to point out that one level more is a bonus. It's not a like something really that is like, yeah, I need to buy it. No, it's a bonus and you are meant to use it to the fullest. Okay, so first advantage point of Rod of Ages, the level is a bonus, huge, I like it. 400 gold cheaper, I will talk about the tech, what we can abuse soon. Healings and abnormal mana, okay, so healings from Rod of Ages is like 25 per cast. It's not much, I know, but if you play Conqueror Kassadin, which I will refer to a lot in this video, then actually it synergizes amazing with the Rod of Ages. Abnormal mana, I mean, Rod of Ages gives you the most mana from all the mythics. That means you are capable to do like one jump more for 640 from what I know, and that's already cool. Ruby Crystal Tech. Well, that's gonna be something possible to abuse right now. We are able to start Ruby Crystal in the easy matchups and get the Rod of Ages pretty soon, because then you have a Rod of Ages cheaper by 400, and now I will use the finger technique. It's 2.4k gold. Yeah, so in a really easy matchups or like the chill matchups, I would just say we go just Ruby Crystal and we chill and we abuse it. And to abuse it even more, there is like, you know, there used to be my favorite rune page, Power Spikes, okay? Where I played Electrocute. You can play First Strike if you want. Like the runes are preference. But like Inspiration, the Futures Market, we can do like, look. We can do just example, same as it here, okay? Same as it here. So, imagine you play like this, or with the First Strike, but you have a Futures Market. And you can rush the Ruby Crystal, and depth the Rod of Ages. I would say you would have Rod of Ages by like 9 minutes to 10. If you're efficient, if the game went well, if your matchup is cool. That can be the tech. Then you would buy the tier after the rod, and you decide if you continue with the tier, if you buy Archangel, or if you go buy something else and wait with the tier to stack. Because the problem with Rod of Ages is that if you buy tier before that, then you are slowing down the Rod of Ages. And honestly, you want the Rod of Ages to be fully stacked, because if it's not fully stacked, then we have a problem, you know? Because the statistics, they are not the best early. So you need to stack the item in order to be more useful. Because Rod of Ages is slowing down just your burst, your impact, all of that. It's not like a OP item that like you buy and you're like boom, 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 you know? So I would say the possible techs to abuse with the tech to abuse would be Ruby Crystal with Futures Market, can be Electrocute Inspiration, or it can be First Strike with Futures Market, or just Ruby Crystal, even with Conqueror. So that's one. And I think the ROA is gonna work the best with Conqueror because of prolonged fights, because of the amount of AP one combo with Rod of Ages gives you, and the healings that were working on the melee Conqueror. And Rod of Ages is making more tanky, gives you more mana, and gives you health, yeah? So, yeah, with Conqueror, I see the Rod of Ages on the highest win rate. However, since it's cheaper, I would say you can play Rod of Ages Rush with Electrocute and still feel useful. Because what I used to do with my tech here, I was rushing the Luden, okay? Without the tier. Okay, and the default technique about this guide was that you go with Futures Market and you abuse the Blasting went first base. You just like recall, TP, close to 5-6 level, depending on your laning phase, you have Blasting went. That's what we can do. And yeah, you will just later on depth the Rod of Ages instead of the Luden. So that's the full tech. And I think that's what we can be that's what we can abuse. Even if you don't buy Rabbi but you go Doran Shield, it's fine. It's fine. You can still go Futures Market, that's gonna be cool. So I would say Rod of Ages currently is interesting, but the most interesting is that it's 400 gold cheaper. So since it's 400 gold cheaper, that can be considered in many more games right now. But the problem is that if you wanna buy something before that it is slowing you, you know? That's slowing you. So if I wanna abuse, let's say, enemy are Syndra, mid, and jungler is like Anunu, they are double AP champions. So what I used to do before the Rod of Ages when I was playing Conqueror, I didn't need really that much AP, you know? I didn't need that much AP. So what I was doing, I was rushing tier into Mercs, 1.5k gold, 1.5k gold I needed. And then I was unkillable. With one combo I was getting so much fucking AP from the Conqueror, and I was getting the free win. But now, I have like a dilemma. I have a dilemma because if I do that, then I fucking slow myself by 1.5k gold, you know? So the problem with the buying Rod of Ages is that I can't abuse the Conqueror early on, but I can abuse the Conqueror later on. And you guys are like thinking, oh my god, this guy is so sick in the head. He wants to like play Conqueror all the time and stuff. I mean, bro, currently Conqueror is actually high win rate in my opinion if people know how to play it. Those are my statistics from the Diamond 1 West that I played on West. And I won most of the games with Conqueror, and actually it felt way better than the Electrocute. But it's important to point out that what the player is playing is up to his personal preference. There is like no in between. It's your fucking personal preference. Sorry, I had to stop for a moment because I wouldn't have enough drive space, but okay. So that's what I'm always gonna be saying. What you play is your personal preference. I'm not gonna force you to play Conqueror. You can be having a Grandmaster fucking Challenger with Electrocute or First Strike. Just in my personal opinion, Conqueror is really huge right now. So, yeah. But you can play Electrocute and still win. You can play First Strike and still win. That's like, you should just be open-minded and test whatever fits you the most, okay? But in current standing, the conclusion is that Rod of Ages seems really promising because of the 400 gold cheaper. But the problems are that you need to slow down. And if we need to slow down, you have less impact. That's basically how it is. But like, so, Conqueror good with Rod of Ages, the conclusion. And Electrocute with Futures Market or First Strike with Futures Market seems cool for Rod of Ages, not gonna lie. And if we should buy tier before or after. I mean, the problem is, if you buy tier before the ROA, the good thing, if you buy the tier before the Rod of Ages, then you can go Archangel or Muramana second, because you will manage to stack the item in time. If you buy tier after Rod of Ages, then there is a problem, because if you finish the Archangel second, it's not gonna be fully stacked. So, or Muramana, Manamune. So then you should consider Zonia, Rabadon, whatever you need, you know, before you finish Archangel. So that's how it would be if you fully rush into the Rod of Ages and then buy a tier. In many games you won't be able to stack it fully before you finish Archangel, so you can consider any other item, or you can buy it before. But like as I said, the Conqueror builds that I abuse, they don't like that I need to rush the Rod of Ages that fast, okay? But okay, now, when do I buy Luden? When do I buy Everfrost? When do I buy Crown? So, Luden is, in general, really good because it gives you the highest burst potential. Flat magic penetration. What does it mean, flat magic penetration? Basically, it takes the flat number of the resist from the opponent. So, Luden takes away 6, plus every item that you finish takes 5. It says on it. Sorcerer Boots takes 18. So if there is a target that has 40 resist, then you do minus 18 on his MR and you do minus 6. And minus 5 after the first item, the second item you finish from the mythic passive. So basically Luden is amazing item against squishy champions, against the champions that are not gonna buy MR against you. Luden is losing the value the more magic resist they buy. That's how Luden works. So Luden is the highest DPS because of the flat magic pen, and with the full build it gives you the highest burst potential because of the resist it takes away. But it's flat. The percentage magic penetration is way different, but we'll maybe come to this soon in a moment. When do I go Everfrost? I mean, Everfrost is good when you want to engage or disengage. I like to take personally Everfrost against like a Talon, Evelyn, Akali, something that I can stop or CC Yasuo too, Sylas, because then if they wanna commit on me or they wanna combo, like, you don't know, Yasuo wants to throw tornado on me and wants to knock me, then I can press Everfrost. If the guy doesn't block it, then he can't cast the ultimate. Akali, she casts first ult, I just press Everfrost, I disengage, I'm fine, you know? So Everfrost is like quite tricky, but used to be really good in the end of the season actually with Conqueror. So I would say for more skilled matchups, Everfrost is quite cool. Okay, what about the Crown, bro? So the Crown, I would tell you, Crown is good against the champions that like you wanna kill on 1v1 with high burst on the side lane, or when they have like a fiddlestick that jumps on you. Against Evelyn it would work as well, but what I notice the most is that I have often enough DPS, and if I'm on the side lane like cheesing, camping, and there is like a Talon 5-0 and I'm 5-0, just because I have this fucking Crown, I jump on the guy, okay, I have less damage, but he has like 1.5. Wait, is this 1.5? Yeah, I think there is this shield, right? That like for 1.5 seconds reduces their damage. And that's really huge when you do 1v1 fight on the side lane to win. If you like hide and wait for a guy, that can... If Talon was meant to one-shot you on the Luden, then he won't be able to one-shot you on the Crown, and this 1.5 seconds is actually game-changing. So I would say you go Crown when you know you will need to jump a lot inside, and they have so much fucking DPS, jumps, bursts, stuff like that, you know? So I would say that's how it is. Everfrost, Crown, Luden. and now, still personal player choice. Road of Ages we talked about so fucking much, we're gonna continue soon about it. Okay, so runes. About the runes, there are a few types of the runes. So those were my main runes that I got 200 LP Masters on West with 60% win rate. Basically, the whole tech was meant to skip the tier. You skip the tier, okay, and you go Luden at 10 minutes, then you go into the Rabadon or Zonia, depending on the game. You was rushing like Rabadon or Zonia second. The more AP you have, the more Electrocute scales with the burst. Electrocute provides you the most possible early damage compared to the first strike, so Electrocute is like a fist rune. And that's how I played, you know? And people were like, how you can play without the tier, how you can play without the Priestess of Might. I mean, bro, just get better. Like, I mean, okay. Like, I mean, you need to work on your mana management, and often you will be able only to jump 640 twice or once. But the amount of burst and early impact was insane. The full rune page was meant to give me the insane early spikes that I wasn't anymore level 11 champion, level 16 champion. I was the fucking level 6 champion with Blasting Wind Rush, you know? And I was just jumping, proccing Electrocute, smiling in real life. That's how I would say it was. So this is one of the rune page that I would actually consider with Road of Ages for faster Road of Ages, and like you can buy tier afterwards. Or you have the full build path when you just skip the tier and you go feast mode. That's what I used to, the recommended build. All of this has notes. Now, First Strike. Is First Strike good, bro? I mean, First Strike is good into the champions that you can jump easily on. For example, Vladimir. Against Vladimir, I love to go for it because I can't really kill Vladimir often because he was out-sustaining. Good Vladimir was actually like making the matchup quite even, depending on it. With Conqueror, actually, I think I can win. I'll win him, doesn't matter what. But like good Vladimir, I was just farming gold. I had like 1k gold on the First Strike because I could jump on the guy, do the combo, go back, get 60 gold, smile. That's it. So First Strike is your personal choice. First Strike definitely is the lower damage than Electrocute. That means if you would want to snowball early or have a, let's say, 2v2 fight, then First Strike would do less in early game, like jungler mid fight, than Electrocute, yes? So the I don't like first strike personally. I actually, if I'm gonna currently play rather Electrocute Futures Market, or I'm gonna play Conqueror with Presence of Mind and this basically, you see. But with a CD rune, I didn't change that because I need ability haste. Like you proc anyway the Conqueror fully. You just need the ability haste to spam your alts. So yeah, first strike is up to your personal choice. It's more about the bulky champions that you cannot kill and still farm on it. Conqueror, my favorite. We're gonna analyze the video about it soon. Well, Conqueror, as I told you, you just jump on the guy, you proc the full combo, and the thing is that if he's tanky, you are not out of the burst because like it's not like it goes on the cooldown. It constantly gives you the amount of AP that scales through the level from 2 up to 4.5 ability power, depending on the game. Melee gets the most, and it heals you as a melee for 8%. So what's really lovely about that is that I can abuse, for example, like a tier into mercs if they are double AP mid jungle, or I can abuse Tabais if they are full AD mid jungle, and the guy doesn't deal damage to me, and I can still jump in many situations, especially on the mages, you know, with Yasuo or Yone, it's like you have to still be careful, but I can jump on the mages, really like smile in real life, and they can't really do much against me, and that's like totally fucking freeing. You guys, many people don't know about Conqueror, but I started spamming about it on the Kassadin main Discord lately. And I think they started noticing there is something about this rune page. And I think with Road of Ages, this is gonna be good fit. Like, I think there is not gonna be in many games at level 16 with Road of Ages, Archangel, and like Conqueror, nothing better than that. Because I will show you something, okay? Like, just stay with me. Actually, okay, I will show you because I said. So I'll show you. Like, right. Where did I do display? Okay. Where? Okay, I TP now. Okay. Look. Now think about. Okay, I would have more AP with Luden, okay? But I will proc my keystone and it's on the cooldown. So watch carefully now. Like, those are the one-shots. Yeah, oh my god, he goes demonic. Why? You will guys understand why. I one-shot, okay? The game is 2020. Pay attention, 2020. That's not like low... That's a D1 game, 2020. So I have 50% kills of my team. Look now, this is the part about Conqueror. First of all, watch my healing. And look how much AP I got. Oh, kurwa, wait. I fucked up, wait. So I have 260, okay? I have 360 now, AP. Electrocute wouldn't give you that. And watch this. Look how much I'm healing, by the way. Do you see this? Look. 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 And I had to go demonic, but that's really exotic. That's
yeah,
really...
why do you play Conqueror Kassadin? Why do you play Conqueror Kassadin, bro? Electrocute full AP would do so much more. Why do you play Electrocute Kassadin? Yeah, Conqueror is bad, bro. Conqueror is bad, bro. Yeah, Road of Ages is bad, bro.
Let's continue. Okay, so that's what we'll analyze this game. A resolve in the hard games, second wind or bone plating, depending on the matchup, even with Conqueror would work if you have to against good players, like a very Gorbitu Carfus or someone like a good Azir player, good Karthus mid lane or something. You might need to go second wind, good Orianna. You might need to go second wind in the runes or like conditioning if you feel confident, just to feel more comfortable. Then you would need to skip the, let's say for example for Conqueror, you would need to skip the domination here. So yes, secondary, just go resolve if the game is hard, okay? If just go hard, go second wind against heavy poke, go bone plating against heavy burst if you are worried about the game. Otherwise play with otherwise make sure you have the ultimate hunter because you really need it, especially with Road of Ages, since it doesn't give you that much ability haste, okay? Okay, so now fleet. What about the fleet, bro? Go fleet against hard games. Simple. Go fleet against the hard games because... Okay, I don't go fleet at all, but if it's a really high elo, you might need it. If it's a really high elo, you might need it. You might need to even go Fleet plus Resolve with like a second wind and Fleet footwork. And you're still gonna scale. And Fleet is like a still offensive rune. Why? Because if you proc the Fleet footwork on the opponent, it heals you way more than on a minion. So there was like a matchup I remember, because there is one player, the Veigar V2, that makes that is making the right now on Twitch TV. How is it called? That they play in the preseason against each other, you know? Like not a bootcamp, but like they just play and they are all on the Discord. So there was Kassadin playing Fleet with second wind against him. And he was playing, the Veigar V2 was playing Kartus on mid. Aerie and Scorch to bully the guy. But the guy had a Fleet footwork, second wind, Doran shield, Fleet footwork. And he was simply unkillable. He outscaled, he got Rod of Ages, and then he was just jumping on him, healing from Fleet footwork, getting movement speed to dodge the guy, plus healing like 100% from the Fleet footwork. Fleet footwork can be used in really extreme matchups, and it can be offensive rune, you know? So that's how I would say it is. The rest of the setups, just read it, guys. Like, what is your secondary? I don't care, it's up to you. As I said, it's up to you. Like, you just gotta be open-minded. That's all I want from this fucking video. Okay, because I cannot forget, really. Conqueror builds, full AP tempo build. Okay. Example of the Conqueror build right now would be Rod of Ages into the... Rod of Ages, if you buy tier 2nd, you just go Zonia. Then you go Archangel because you waited for it to fully stacked. And... Void Staff or Abaddon, the order of it depends if opponents buy a lot of magic resist or not. Rod of Ages snowballing. Okay, that's like... The problem is all the time that like... You can go Rod of Ages even Rabadon. Really. You can go Rod of Ages into Rabadon if you snowball and buy Archangel third, because it's not fully stacked. You go second Archangel or Manamune if you buy tier before the Rod of Ages, as I said. This is my tech. With Conqueror, you like to abuse the R at Habais or Mercuries against the champions that are double jungle mid AD or double AP mid jungle. The problem I already told you before, so I'm not gonna continue about it. With the boots rush. Gargoyle, good. In some games good, sometimes Zonia. I would say if you feel you don't need Zonia because they don't have like a Kartus, they don't have like a... What counters, what is so crazy about that, like... Kartus is good example, Zed, you know? I think you will just need to play the games to understand when you go it. I can't even explain it to you. I just feel sometimes that I go it and I know it's good, you know? But like lately I went Zonia. Okay. So bro, I play Conqueror Kassadin. I still wanna go Rod of Ages, but enemies are squishes. What I can do? Just go Muramana instead of Archangel. Archangel is good into the champions that are... Archangel is good into the champions that are like tanky, because it doesn't give you that much burst. So if opponents are like Bruiser, tankish, then you just jump on them. You still heal from Archangel if I remember well. So it's good. But like if they're full squishy, Archangel doesn't give you that much damage input. So if Archangel doesn't give you that much damage input, just go Muramana, because Muramana is higher DPS than the Archangel against squishies. So you one shot more. So that's the thought process, Muramana against Archangel. Sorcerers, if you feel confident, if you can't really abuse Tabais or Mercs, Ionian Boots would as well fit sometimes when you feel like you don't want to go Mercs and you don't want to go Tabais, but opponents stack a lot of MR, then Ionian's faster CDR means you can deal more damage. You can deal damage sooner, means cool, you know? Third item is really situational. This is the most exotic setup against turbo fucking tanks. You just go you buy Rod of Ages, then you buy the tier, then you finish Demonic, and then if they buy, then they have a lot of MR in enemy team, then you go Void Staff, then you finish Archangel. And that's crazy. What the fuck, bro? You both Archangel, yeah, because this game was fucking cancer, man. And this game was actually sick, and you understand that was useful. That's like exotic, and I will go with this game to analyze. Okay, so starting items, I would say with Rod of Ages you can abuse sometimes Rabbi Crystal, as I told you. Most of the games you will play... I didn't type it. Okay, I typed it. Okay, so you know those kind of Kassadin player, maybe you're one of this. He goes Ignite, Electrocute, and Dark Seal, 2 pots, and there is an enemy like a Lucian, Varus, just whatever. The thing is, if you want to win a lot, you need to be consistent as a Kassadin player. And to be as a consistent as a Kassadin player, you need to be to make sure that you are independent at some point from your jungler. And if you play me Dark Seal Ignite, then you are actually depending on your jungler, because if you play like against Varus, if you play against like a Orianna, something good, like against good player, I'm not talking about like shit elos when they don't know how to click the mouse and you just press Q and then you type your fucking post and you tell me, yeah bro, Electro Ignite is good, I'm stomping. Yeah, like you are stomping on Pliso, doesn't matter really. Even my elo, like master right now, isn't fucking good, you know? But the thing is that you want to be consistent. And Ignite Electrocute isn't consistent. Like, sorry, Ignite Dark Seal isn't consistent because you can't survive. You cannot survive and you get killed before 6 because they are good, or your jungler doesn't care about you, then you can't play. Ignite Dark Seal, you play with with the good jungler, or the jungler like Rek'Sai, someone that has a brain and knows that he can help you snowball. Doran Shield plus Teleport is the one most consistent setup. Doran Shield and Teleport is most consistent setup because you are more independent than on the other setups. You can actually survive and be useful for your team. And the only thing that I need for a Kassadin player is to stay efficient and not die fucking before level 6, you know? So that's what I need for every fucking Kassadin player on Earth. So I don't want you to be like a Dark Seal fanboy with Ignite and just like crying under the turret, spamping for a help, you know? Of course, it can work, this playstyle. Maybe that you have highest win rate with it. I'm not saying that, just my personal opinion. Because I play this champion quite a lot, you know? Doran Shield, consistent. Teleport, consistent. Okay, so about the first item with the futures market, if you're gonna buy rush Luden or if you're gonna rush the Rod of Ages, just buy Blasting Went on the futures market, then progress towards the Luden or Rod of Ages, you know? If you buy tier before or after, it's up to you. I would say, remember, tier slows you down for 400 gold. That means you spike slower, but you scale faster. If you spike slower, you delay your burst, and the damage is the most important in this video fucking game. Because if you have damage, you can kill opponents. If you can kill opponents, you can win the game. If you have damage, you have more impact. If you have more impact, you can win the game. Boom. Boom. I don't like personally Frozen Heart Rush anymore. I should edit a little bit of that. Cloth Armor 4 pots into the double AD champions, okay, but like currently, since the Rod of Ages is up, I think we can go just Rabbi Crystal start. No, but actually some AD matchups are fucking hard. Like I might go maybe Rabbi against Yasuo and stuff, but like Rabbi doesn't give you that much. It's harder to farm with Rabbi Crystal because it doesn't have a passive, you know. So actually we don't do that. I think we still go Doran Shield. Unless you wanna rush Tab Ice early, then just go Cloth Armor start. If you wanna rush Tab Ice and slow down the Rod, okay? Here, you just read the notes, bro, and you're gonna be fine. The most important things I talked about, I would tell you. Fourth item for Kassadin is always situational. Depends on if you buy tier before or after. And third item can be Void Staff, can be Rabadon, can be Zonya, can be Archangel. It all fucking depends. There are many factors. And I believe you will be able to self-analyze and understand when to go what. There are so many fucking notes. You got this. I promise to. If not, then feel free to hit me up for more personal, individual session of for the coaching. Okay. Now, milestone for Kassadin. Don't get Abuse level 2. First minion of the second wave. First minion of the second wave is a level 2 for the opponent. If it's a level 2 for the opponent, that means just respect. Don't fucking greed and don't lose a half HP for 14 gold. Don't be this greedy bitch. Understand your champion. Be fucking rational. You're a fucking minion. Just don't get abused. Stay efficient, but be rational at the same point. Don't be like, yeah, I can't play this matchup. Like maybe you play full ego and you walk up to every fucking minion. But don't die level 2. Just survive. If you get abused level 2, you might get Dove at level 3 or level 4 if it's higher elo. Consider Doran Shield and consistent summoner spells I talked about. Don't force ganks. Well, man. Like I'm a Doran Shield Conqueror Kassadin. Example. Doran Shield Doran Shield Conqueror Kassadin. And Wukong. For example, Wukong is like doing me one camp. Second camp. And he wants to gank me. When I have wave here. Bro. I'm healthy enough. I'm being chilling, getting the minions for free. I'm fine. Just go, do your fucking forest, and don't fall behind because of me. Do something else on the map. I'm not a Ignite, Electrocute, Darkseal, fucking Kassadin. I don't wanna force now. That's a totally different playstyle. Don't fucking sweat for me. Because I'm fine. I learned how to be independent. I want you to be to just care about yourself as well. Once I'm 6, or when there is really good potential, sure, call for a gank, but don't force your fucking jungler to come to you, lose his tempo, and maybe enemy jungler will invade him with a mid laner and they will kill him on his fucking red buff. Real life situations. I'm not talking shit to you. Real life fucking situations. Hundreds of games. And you will see. They were doing that even on the yesterday fucking stream. You are only able to do as much as your opponent allows you to do, depending on how good or how bad it is. He is. Kassadin is the champion that plays around the enemy mistakes. Let's say Talon wastes his W. I can jump, proc electrocute, disengage, because the bitch will use the W, so he cannot fucking punish me, you know? What I played against is Zoe uses bubble on the E, on the minion. I can jump. Example. They poke you under the turret, but they walk up to close under the turret. Then you jump, you proc electrocute, disengage, or walk up. You combo section, literally combo section. Combo section, the melee proc. Where is the melee proc? The pre-6 one. I mean, this is in combat, right? I think it's different. That's what I mean. Look, E proc, auto W, disengage, jump away. Example, like the combos, they are all recorded on my thing, you know. But like, you can tell me that like, yeah, bro, Zoe matchup is easier. I mean, if you play on Gold 4, of course it's easy, you know. It can be totally different on Master, on Grandmaster, on Challenger Elo, man. It all depends on the players. So there is like, be open fucking minded. For you it was once easy. For other person it can be fucking disgusting matchup because maybe he plays on a Grandmaster West, you know, and you play on a fucking Platinum 4. Different perspectives, different words. You will need to TP back before 6. Most of the games, there is gonna be angle when you are a bit threatened, you are a bit lower HP, you are perma pushed, and you can't stress enough to get one more wave. You just go B, you TP back. You maybe rush blasting went on the futures market if you have enough gold, or maybe just buy a Rabbi Crystal amplifying tom, something like that, and wait for 6. It's totally natural. It's totally natural to TP before the level 6. It's totally natural. You just make sure that you cannot fucking die. Just don't die before 6. If you don't die before 6, I reached one of the most important points for the Kassadin players, you know? Just don't die before 6. Level 6 gameplay starts. Level 6 gameplay starts means you can finally maybe contest some goings on the champions. You can contest him. You can finally pian gun cable. And yeah, that's when your game starts, you know? But I will talk deeply on my replay because that's how it should be. I'm not gonna now talk blindly into the fucking screen that we don't even move. Incoming Kassadin changes, I think they changed his E. He's gonna have cooldown, and every time they use the spell, it's gonna come up sooner. I don't know how it's gonna be with the Conqueror Kassadin after that. I'm not sure how it's gonna be, but I will give the next video for when the season starts. I'm not gonna spam the videos. I can give like a small update video under here about the changes, okay? So we make a deal. If you watch till now, then I put a video here about the current standing of Kassadin, I like to sometimes like slow down actually and not talk, of the new Kassadin abilities change, okay? I don't have opinion about it right now. I texted the Rioter about the situation about Kassa, but it's fine. So, game analyze. So okay. Rune pages, personal preference. I point out the benefit of Conqueror and the Electrocute. But Electrocute has cooldown, Conqueror doesn't. Means you can have a more prolonged fights. Rod of Ages seems okay. With 400 gold cheaper and the tech of abusing futures market or Conqueror. Tier before or after. conclusion. Tier before or after the Road of Ages. Normal builds, still okay. Good tempo. And yeah, how much you can do, it depends on how good or bad is the opponent. Matchups you have here, combos you have here on my build paths, everything is described. And I think that's it, right? But like, more about the laning of Kassadin on the replay. I'm not gonna talk, as I told you, into the fucking notepad. Yeah, so I think we turn off this recording and we go analyze now. Thank you for staying, bro. I like you.